3D, I'm okay with 3D. A 3D can be great if it's designed for 3D. Mm-hmm. If it's conceived and designed for 3D, I think 3D it's actually a really cool tool. But 3D is a tool. So the problem is when you cannot impose a tool. Right. You know, is a tool like any other thing in cinema. There's a handful of films that have used the tool properly. Most of the time, 3D is just an imposition. Is an afterthought of films that were not designed to be 3D. Mm-hmm. So 3D is something that is organic in cinema. The first 3D film was shot in 1896, 2 years after the invention of cinema, by Lumiere. Mm-hmm. You know, and in many ways, he intended cinema to be 3D. It's just that it was not commercially feasible for him. Mm-hmm. And so I'm okay with 3D. Again, I'm not saying that I want to do my next film in 3D, but I'm not against it. Mm-hmm. You know, depends of the project and depends if it makes sense. And then it would have to be designed as a 3D film.
But this project really called for it. This was always a 3D film.
The original title of this film was Gravity, a Space Suspense in 3D. And what happened, on those days that 3D was still cool, mm-hmm. what happened is that the process was so long, like 4.5 years. We start around 6 months into the process, we start having our first previews. Mm-hmm. Less, like 4 months. And pretty much, like as soon as we had the first, say, 5-7 minutes of previews, mm-hmm. We would start working in the 3D. So Chris Parks got involved almost like 4 years ago to start working in the 3D concept of the film.
Hmm. So you were, for this, it was perfect.
No, I had to say, look, 3D still has its problems. At this point, because of the glasses and the kind of projection, mm-hmm. It murks the picture. So your mm-hmm. colors are not necessarily the best, and it milks the blacks. Mm. And you don't have amazing whites. You know, the range of whites is very limited. And if I see one still of Gravity in 3D and I see a still of Gravity in 2D, in terms of the quality of the picture, I much prefer the 2D. Mm-hmm. But saying so, to watch Gravity in 2D is watching 20% of the experience of this film. Mm. This film is much better in 3D.
Mm. You're going to make 3D hip again.
Well, I'm okay. It's not about making it hip. It's about making it relevant as a tool, because it's like talking cranes or talking steady cams or talking slow motion. You know, everything is a tool, and as a tool, it needs to be used properly. Mm.
Well, I think you did okay.
I'm very happy with the result of the 3D. I'm very proud of the work that Chris did with it.
But now we all get to watch it. You don't get to ever see it again?
No, I'll pass on that one, man.
You've had all the gravity you can take.
Yeah. And please watch it many times. Okay? The fact that I've seen it already enough times.
The rest of your life.